I'm here with Coach Josh Edens of the North Green Huskies. And Coach, we're doing a little Senior Day segment on the website. And I know this has been an important class as your program has progressed. Let's talk about what these kids have meant to the program, to the school, and things like that.
This bunch of seniors is pretty special to me. They say your first class. Of course, this is my third year at North Green. Your first class of seniors, freshmen all the way through is your most special. I don't know. This bunch is pretty special, and they've meant a lot to me. They were here as sophomores, ground floor, and some of these kids, had to be thrown into the fire a little bit earlier than I wanted them to be, and been through a lot together. Been through a 2-8, and been through a lot of success last year, and a lot of success this year, and a hard-fought year, and still in week 10 with a chance to make the playoffs with a win over Hancock. So, they facilitated a lot of success and opportunity here, and just a real special class.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, they got something to play for. Still a lot of goals. Hopefully able to be obtained here going forward. Let's talk about those 8 seniors. Let's start off. Maybe we can say a couple things about each one. Let's talk about Dakota Laughlin. What he's given you in the program.
Yeah, Dakota Laughlin is a special kind of kid. Certainly our strongest and most reliable defensive lineman across the board. Dakota's just plays with a motor. It's just 100% all the time, all out, and I've never seen the kid lay down. I've never seen him quit. I've never seen him show you any kind of weakness at all. When he's frustrated, he brings that frustration back to the sideline. He doesn't let the other guy see it across the ball. And if I think of a warrior, I think of Dakota Laughlin.
That's great.
That's the guy, 4th and goal with the game on the line. I hope you run it to his side. I really do. It's a real dependable kid.
Great. And kind of a newcomer, or I guess a newcomer to the team this year is Cody Coleman. What's he given your squad?
Cody has really brought in some athletic ability in the secondary for us that we needed. He was a missing piece of the puzzle. We were talking about 3 or 4 different kids at safety until he got here, and when he got here, he answered that question real quick who's going to play free safety for us. And Cody's currently tied right now for the most interceptions in the state of Tennessee.
Wow. With
9, and hopefully if Hancock puts it in the air a little bit against us this weekend, he'll take the lead on that. But Cody's just had a tremendous year, out a couple games hurt, and just still put up big numbers for us. And he just provided a presence in the secondary and that receiver that just, everyone has to take notice of that we play.
Sure.
You've got to know where number 3 is on the field, and that's a big deal.
Sure. And how about Zach Dalton?
Zach Dalton, when I came in the first year, I don't think Zach would mind me sharing this. When I came in the first year, his freshman year must have been rough because, Zach was somebody that nobody mentioned to me when I came in here, and I was asking, the assistant coaches and people, who do we got to play here, and what are we looking at personnel-wise my first year? He wasn't mentioned to me, and Zach kind of came on the scene and kind of started out slow sophomore year, and as the year went on, Zach started helping us more and more. Zach was able to be used more and more. Breakout year last year as a junior. Really a guy that we were able to move to linebacker, move to weak side end, found a real home at weak side end. Just a guy that has served us in a lot of different facets this year. Done a great job at tight end, blocking in the offense for us, and just another tremendous job at weak side end for us. This is a kid who has blossomed and kind of grown into a real solid football player, and it's been fun to watch him mature and grow up at this program. And Zach Dalton's going to be hard to replace. We're going to miss him.
Excellent. And how about Ethan Dotson? I don't know. Is there much he can grow? He's a big cat.
If he does, I'm going to have to order a new jersey. Ethan's a big guy. Ethan is the anchor. He's kind of the pulse of our offensive line, and Ethan's been the kind of kid that'll play defense, he'll play end, he'll play D tackle, he'll play guard, he'll play offensive tackle, And at times he'll even slip back there in the backfield, play a little fullback. We might see a little bit of that Friday night. Who knows? It might or may not be in the game plan. But Ethan's a solid athlete for us, and has been a solid leader for us. And we always send two captains out to the coin toss, and we always have two that rotate and two that are there every time. And he's been our offensive captain this year, and David Trianis, our defensive captain, and he's just been a rock for us to lean on. But more than that, Ethan Dotson is a solid human being, and his academic record and just social record in the community is stellar. And Ethan Dotson will be a success no matter what he does when he leaves this place.
Great. And how about DJ Triplett? He's had a nice year for you. Big play guy.
DJ Triplett, I look at DJ coming in, and I'm real close to DJ. And coming in the first year I was here, DJ was immature. He knows these things, and I don't care to share them. He was immature. He was selfish, very, very self-centered and unfocused on the big picture. And along with that, he had a lot of talent. He had a lot of potential, and he had a lot to give. And DJ has grown, and DJ has matured, and DJ's become a man over the last 3 years. And awful proud of DJ Triplett. Had an injury that cost him half his season last year, and that broke his heart. And DJ's made good on a promise. He told me last year that he was going to work, and he was going to change, and he was going to do everything he could to make himself a better ball player this year. And it's just been such a help to have DJ on that offensive and defensive side of the ball, making plays for us and taking a lot of attention off Cody Coleman's and Mason Early's. And just another guy you got to set up for. And defensively, moving from corner to outside linebackers, what a presence he's been on the defensive side of the ball. And someone's going to play his spot next year, but you can't replace a DJ Triplett. He's one of a kind. That's
great. Let's talk about that defensive captain, David Trianis. Guy's a bulldog.
Wow. I don't think I'll ever coach another David Trianis in my life. Zach Britton was All-State last year for us, and All-County, All-Conference Defensive Player of the Year, and he was the heart and soul of our defense. And David came in this year, and the thing we told him off the bat was that he was going to have to fill those shoes. That defense belonged to him now, and he was going to have to step up. David has been nominated for Mr. Football. David is certainly a front runner in my mind for Conference Player of the Year defensively. All those goals and things that Zach was able to do, David's been able to do this year. And David has answered the call and really just stepped up to the plate for us this year and led us on that defensive side of the ball. And it's not just this year. David's put those kind of numbers up the last 3 years. This will be his third year on the All-Conference team. And certainly David should be All-State this year without question. And his personality, everything from his personality to his off-field demeanor, and David just brings he brings a joy to what you do. David Trianis is the kind of kid that you coach for. David's the kind of kid you get out of bed in the morning for. David's the kind of kid that makes the good, the bad, and the ugly of this job worthwhile.
Great. And we got two left, Coach. You're very talented running back, Mason Early. Does a little everything for you.
Mason Early's another kid that had to make some life changes and some choices and some changes, just personally, to be as successful as he has been. And he's well over 1,000 all-purpose yards this year, and has certainly been a presence in the backfield for us. And we've asked him to play a lot of Ironman football, like we have a lot of kids this year on the defensive end. And there's just so many things Mason can do with his talent. So versatile, such a versatile athlete and kid. The thing I appreciate the most about Mason is how hard-nosed he is. He doesn't just run the ball hard because he's supposed to. There's a certain amount of passion and fire and drive when he touches the football, and it's evident what kind of competitor he is and how much he wants to win. And he has his moments where that can cause him to be negative sometimes. But he's really dialed it in this year, and it's spilled over to some other guys and caused them to be a little bit more driven and competitive. And we're going to miss Mason Early.
Sure. And last but not least, your quarterback or your starter, Tanner Rudy O'Laughlin.
Tanner has had the most unique journey of any player on this football team. And where me and Tanner, I call him Tanner, we call him Rudy. Where me and Rue are concerned, there's no apologies with me and Rue. Rue's been mad at me before. He's a quarterback. That happens. I've been mad at the quarterback before. Rue has come in and really started out rough at this school. Was thrown to the wolves as a freshman before he was ready, before his time, and willingly accepted that call, that challenge as a freshman. Came in and started some games for us as a sophomore and battled for that job. Came in and started some games for us as a junior and battled for that job, and has been reliable in whatever task we've asked him to perform. And this year, knowing that this job was his and all his, has really done a good job of managing these games and making the plays. And when it was his turn to lead and it was his turn for us to lean on him, he's really done a great job of answering the bell. And Rudy's 134 yards away from 1,000 on the year. And he's going to get his 1,000 Friday night. I don't have a doubt in my mind that he'll get his 1,000 Friday night. And hard times make us appreciate the good times, and losses make you appreciate the wins. And this is a kid that's been in the valley and been to the top of the mountain. And you can see through his leadership skills and just the character he carries himself with on a daily basis, that the experience has helped make him a man. And just can't say enough about Rudy and the leader he's been for us. Very proud of him, and he's going to be sorely missed around this campus.
Great. Thanks a lot, Coach. I appreciate it.
Thank you.